Back in the book segment tonight, personal attacks over the Taliban swap. After the parents of Sergeant Bergdahl appeared with the president at the White House, I reacted. I said that Robert Bergdahl looked like a Muslim when he appeared at the White House with President Obama. A, he absolutely looked like a Muslim. B, he talked in Pashto, the language of the Taliban. And C, he thanked Allah. I thought the appearance was totally inappropriate. I said it. I'll stand by it. Well, that didn't go over so well on CNN.
It's not just Bergdahl himself who's coming under attack. It's aimed at Bergdahl's family, too. For example, Bill O'Reilly focused his criticism right at Bergdahl's father. Does he deserve this kind of criticism?
No, absolutely not. Look, Bill O'Reilly, the most dangerous thing that guy's ever done is walk across the street in New York to buy a burger, you know? So any of this criticism going out at Bowe Bergdahl is disgusting.
Now, that guy is either uninformed or a liar. It's not hard to find out about my reportorial career and what I've done. And Ms. Costello has an absolute responsibility to know what she's talking about when she does an interview. Doesn't she? Well, she obviously doesn't know what she's talking about. Joining us now from Washington, Miss Laura Ingraham. So the story's getting pretty nasty.
Yeah, I think, Bill, look, of course they're going to go after you, right? Because if they don't go after you or me for, a joke I made on the radio about this, I mean, they're going to have to actually speak about what this means for our country, okay? And you were well within your right after you saw that White House, appearance with the parents of Bergdahl. I mean, they're obviously thrilled their son's going to come home. I don't blame them for being thrilled. They should be. But it was odd that he spoke in Arabic and said in Arabic, in the name of Allah, most gracious, some of the most gracious, most merciful. So he said that, and that was an Islamic statement, okay? That was odd. It caught everybody's attention, and it was bizarre. At a time where we're still at war with the Taliban, we still have troops over there. For someone to appear at the White House and speak in Arabic at a moment like this seemed to a lot of Americans to be showing some empathy in the situation. Now, he's a father.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say it showed empathy, but it was inappropriate. It was bizarre to most Americans, and the left wants to circumscribe speech, and they want to turn the tables away from the hideous way the Obama administration has handled this, both legally and just as a matter of logic. They want to turn the tables away from that and put the spotlight on anyone who discusses this in any way that is not complimentary to Obama. I mean, it's transparent what they're doing, but most Americans who saw that thought it was odd and thought it to themselves, and I think you said it was kind of strange. It was odd. I did too, and I think most people believe that. Okay, but not all. I have some very interesting letters coming up at the end of the program about people who agree with that pinhead on CNN, who, by the way, doesn't know anything about me. That's what gets me, is that, if you have somebody on a program and they go after Carol Costello, I guess that's her name on CNN, she has an ethical obligation as a journalist to challenge that kind of stuff. And that's that they're like, oh, okay. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Miss Megan, because this is a really interesting question for me. Do you believe, and I asked Ed Henry too, that President Obama knows the firestorm of anger that the VA story, and now the Bergdahl story on top of the VA story, is causing in the country? Is he aware of it?
Bill, I'm not sure, frankly, that he cares. I don't think that when you watch what he's done in the last few years, since he was reelected, year and a half, whatever, what he's done since he's reelected, it doesn't appear to me that he really shows like he cares about what's happening to the U.S. economy. We don't even really talk much about jobs anymore. And as far as this matter goes, I mean, to not pick up the phone and even call Dianne Feinstein like 5 minutes before he's released, okay? Just even to give her a nod. That's just someone who simply doesn't care. He's flouting the law at the border. We're waving in thousands of people coming across the border illegally. So he's flouting immigration law, the law that he signed about the notice to Congress. And we know what he's doing with all these executive orders and these rulemakings that are going to drastically affect the U.S. economy when it comes to the EPA. So I think he's a man on a mission to remake America, and the press be damned, his critics be damned, the economy to be damned. I honestly think he's in a post-American mindset, and I think he realizes in the end the press is always going to rally to the left's cause. And remember, the press hates conservatives more than they are going to be critical of Barack Obama at every level.
It's going to be very hard for the press, because when it comes out what the sergeant's condition is in Germany from those doctors, and when a classified report on him is unclassified, not going to be pretty.
I think the media is always going to rally to him in the end.
All right.